Oh, I was muted. We are live. My friends, welcome back to the show. Today we're talking with Pippa and talking about all the spiritual things in the world. So, without further ado, Pippa, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you, Shiva. I'm doing very differently from last time we spoke, I feel. I had a very turbulent few days inside of myself with a lot of grief and suffering, and also um, some reorientation, I feel, towards taking care of my human temporal self in a certain way. Um, I've experienced more human connection over the past few days than in the past 4 months, I would say. Um, like intentionally sought out people, and that was quite nurturing. Um, and also, I moved in with my parents again, which was about to happen anyway, but a little bit earlier than expected because the place I was living was temporal. So, yeah, things are changing externally, and I'm settling into that.
Nice. How is it like to move back with your parents?
It's okay. It's very good, actually. When I left, it was really out of necessity. Um, we didn't get along anymore, and they didn't understand me, and I was too uh, focused on things that I couldn't explain or that I kind of wanted to explain, which actually isn't necessary at all. And now I feel like I healed certain things within myself, and it's really not necessary anymore to present myself in a specific way or differently, and it kind of just goes to be together. So
Mm. And how is your spiritual practice now that you made this change?
mm, on and off. um, I feel like it has lost some intensity, and it doesn't feel natural to push it right now, but it's also building again. Today I unpacked and I put up an altar, and I was just spending time with the pictures of the Analinga and Sadhguru and various things, and I could feel that, yeah, that it's coming. And I also intend to clear out my whole room, like as much as possible, and burn stuff, or I don't know, give it to people, whatever. Um, and we start here.
Hmm. Miriam, I don't know if you're aware, but she privated all of her videos on her YouTube channel.
Oh,
None of her videos are there. She also wants me to delete my videos of her, and
wow.
she said that there was a big test apparently yesterday and the day before and so on, and I failed the test miserably because I'm here, a simple guy following Sadhguru, and I didn't trust her as the return of Christ, and she's Jesus Christ or Christ. So looks like I'm out of the club,
Oh, wow.
and yeah, shoulda
How
seen
do
it
you feel?
coming.
Yeah.
How do I feel about that? I don't feel much of anything actually. I think she's going through some transformation, and I'm almost positive, I'm certain that her videos are going to be back up at some point. I don't know
Mm,
when, but yeah.
okay, interesting.
What do you think?
Yeah, there is something to testing people, which I also noticed seems to be very strong with her. Um, I remember on the Discord call that I had on her server, that was also the very first thing that she did when I entered, and then also explained it, that it was a test. And I've been thinking about that moment for some time, and what it signifies and why it even, when I think about tests or what that means to me, um, it's never something that you explicitly do or explain. So that's funny. And I don't know, I'm curious to see how she's doing and what will change,
Yeah,
because I do still admire her.
same. Me too. Hope she's well. Hope everything is okay. Somebody in the chat says, Nicholas, my sadhana, or my meditation ended when I moved in with my mom, as she is opposed to my involvement in spirituality. Nicholas, keep meditating, my friend. Sit with your eyes closed. Nobody knows what you're doing when you're doing that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's enough about Miriam. Have you seen the video with this new gentleman, Artem?
Like 5 minutes of it. I didn't really follow the saga.
Yeah, it's interesting cat. Um, but yeah, I was thinking about you recently, and I thought about that time that you went to the cemetery. Thought that was
Mm.
very brave of you. I was impressed again. Wow. Mm, you shouldn't go again unless you really want to.
Well, I have been again once, but
Oh,
only half an hour. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, it's a good place to chill out. And yeah, talking about enlightenment, talking
You were
about
gonna say that I shouldn't go again?
um, not that you shouldn't, but I don't know if you felt creeped out or the vibe was weird there. So I wouldn't force you. I wouldn't tell you to go there myself. But if you go there by yourself, that's okay.
Mm.
Yeah, talking about spirituality and enlightenment or self-realization. Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Hmm?
So, since the call with Miriam, she spoke a lot about the feminine and feminine energy and honoring Shakti and like everything that is embodied, or let's say the material world. And so, yeah, I spent some attention on that aspect of myself. Um, and just on like fulfilling needs and being human and all that comes with that. And I was wondering what you think about that. Like, do you think that sometimes it's necessary to have certain needs met in order to evolve spiritually?
I mean, absolutely. You need to meet your needs as a human being, but I think it's sounding like needs are more of wants. Hey, I want this, or this makes me feel great. Should I do this? Maybe, maybe not. But I'm curious, what do you mean by needs?
Well, um, I've been watching a lot of Teal Swan again, and what she says is that for human beings, connection is actually more important than any physical needs, because you're a species that is dependent upon each other and actually kind of supposed to live in settings where we are like a tribe and where we function together, and that it makes life a lot easier in many ways, because emotional and physical needs are kind of contained for the collective, so you don't have to fend for yourself, and that makes it easier actually to focus towards spirituality and any other things, any other areas of life, creating and all that stuff. And so yeah, what she says is that we're in some kind of crisis of trying to disconnect from this dependence and of trying to do everything and anything by ourselves. And I recognize that in myself, that I also really want that. It would be very easy if I could completely like um, live my life alone. And sometimes it's the spiritual game can even become an excuse to not be with people and face the pains that are in there. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to balance. Mm, to also allow myself to really connect to people and be authentic in a very vulnerable way. That doesn't come from I see this situation from a different kind of perspective or like uh, distancing myself from it in a certain way.
What was your question?
To you,
Mm.
the question was, mm, do you think sometimes fulfilling needs is a step in spirituality?
Absolutely, 100%, or all the time. Fulfilling needs is
Mm.
spirituality. You're not going to not fulfill needs and think you're going to be happy or spiritual. No, you must fulfill your needs.
Does that
Absolutely.
include social connection for you?
I don't think that's a need per se. I mean, yogis in the Himalayas live in caves, and they're quite fine.
Mm.
Yeah, generally speaking, yes, I have social connections, not physically, but online. I speak to people. Um, but yeah, I know that if you step away from socializing for too long, you're gonna go unstable. You're gonna become unstable in your mind. People have that's torture method. So
Mm.
yes, you need to connect to people. You need to have friends, family members, people to talk to. Life is hard to live by yourself. So join a campfire, even if it's on my
Mhm.
Discord channel.
Mhm. True. What do you
But
think yogis in Himalayas would? I really do see potential for human beings coming together and overcoming everything that obstructs, or well, if very powerful beings come together and work together, I think that's meaningful. Even yogis in Himalayas could benefit from that, I think. Maybe I'm completely wrong.
I mean, you have to really get honest about what your intention is, what your desire is, and fulfill that.
Mm.
Nobody is stopping you. Nobody is shaming you. You have to go for what you want, or at least know in your mind this is what you want, and allow life to take you to that direction where you want to go. Yeah, I think you're asking something a bit deeper, something beneath that question. Yes, do it. Go for it. You're not here forever. You're here for a short time. Live, make mistakes. That's how you learn. Or don't make mistakes. Sit in your room with your eyes closed. It's also good. Whatever you like. Whatever you like. Let's read some of the comments we have here. Hey, invite Henry Sanada.
What do you think I'm asking? What do you think I'm asking, Shiva?
I think you want closeness physically, romantically. I think you're asking about romantic connection, physical connection. Yes, it's all fine and good. Do it. If that presents itself, that happens. Absolutely. Oh, it's not spiritual. It's not spiritual. There's nothing that's not spiritual. Or at least, Pippa, you're spiritual, so anything you do will become spiritual. So do it spiritually. Is she Italian? Somebody asks. Are you Italian?
No.
Ah,
But thank you. I consider that a compliment.
yeah. Muchas gracias. Birch Bear. It's not about getting what you want, it's about getting what you have. No, it's about wanting what you have. I'm not sure what that means. T Fimbres. I never realized that the Discord is so healthy and helps lonely loners. Yeah. Shout out to me, lonely loner. Discord helps me. Hamid says, love you, Shiva. I love you too. Tengiri says, love you, Pippa. Well, I love only girls. Aw. He's a heterosexual male. Nice.
Well, love all of you.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Should we keep it short and sweet and end it here? Go on Discord?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Discord link will be down in the description of this video. We'll chat to you guys there. Join. We'll see you on live video. Peace.